Hey, we're waking ourselves up.
It's late
Opening
at night,
ourselves up.
and we are ready to roll, kind of.
One of us is not, but it's gonna be fine.
But the moon is gorgeous.
So beautiful, so beautiful. The sky was beautiful. It's a beautiful evening, which is now dark.
It feels weird after doing Mom and Mimi live early in the morning for all those years.
And now
It's dark out.
8:56. So
Crazy.
well, mixing it up.
Yep, trying to do things different, keep it interesting for all of you guys.
We've got lots of mixing up to do tonight, apparently, right?
Yeah.
I don't know what we're doing, but
Well, this is our back to school edition.
back to school.
It's like happening. I know it's only August 10th, but it's around the corner. Actually, it's the Perseid meteorite shower starting like usually the 11th through the 13th. And then school is like follows shortly behind. That's how I mark it in my mind. Is that totally weird?
I just watch for the leaves to change and the mornings are cold. I know when the mornings are cold.
But it's already happening. It's been in the 40s.
Oh, it's been so cold in the morning.
It's been in the 40s. It's been awesome sleeping
It's
weather.
been great for sleeping, but it's chilly.
And the leaves, we are starting to get colored leaves falling in our yard.
Yeah, it's here.
The
Do I
maples.
look happy? I'm not.
Oh, yeah, Allison's, it's been hailing and hot where she lives. Kids are back to school already there.
Well, that's upsetting on a whole new level. Hello, Laura. Hello, Carol.
I'm glad you
you
can
popped up.
see that.
We
I
popped
can't
up on
even
our
read that.
alerts, so she says she's happy to see our faces.
Awesome. It's great to see you. Well, not see you, see your name.
Mhm.
So I guess I have a couple questions. Like when you think about going back to school when you were little, and we recently, I got to go back to school shopping with Addie and Charlotte and Whitney. And actually Charlotte was looking for, or Whitney,
Addie wanted a backpack.
yeah, that too. And we had back to school lists. I remember when we moved here and we walked into Walmart the very first time, and everything, there were like displays
Yeah.
with all of the lists for all of the schools and grades. But what was like something you remember in grade school that was always on the list in your back to
Oh,
school?
always on the list? I mean, like notebooks and pens and pencils. I remember that, well, there are new things now. Headphones and...
Get out.
Oh,
Headphones.
last year I had headphones too. Headphones is a thing.
What do we use headphones for in school?
When they listen to things on a computer, I guess. I don't know. That's a really good question. Can somebody answer that for me? There's something else that's new that I was thinking about that I can't quite remember what it is. Oh, I'm curious. Whitney had dry erase markers on her list this year, and I'm looking forward to hearing what she's going to do. I think that's, I don't have an issue with dry erase markers, nor do I have an issue with headphones. Anyway, I just remember you taking me back to school shopping, and I thought you were really sweet too. Like, it wasn't ever anything elaborate, but you let me pick out fun notebooks and like fun patterns, and I always appreciated that. I felt special in that, like, I got to open that up and think of that all year long.
I remember when my mom always used to take me shopping at Ben Franklin, like the wooden floors and everything. Do you remember a Ben Franklin?
New backpacks. New backpacks
Yeah.
are fun. No,
We
Ben Franklin, I remember there's one in Rhinelander.
We didn't have backpacks. I wonder how we did we just open the door and fling our stuff
Hold
towards
your stuff.
school? Like, how did we
Stuff
get
your
there?
pockets.
I don't know. Boxes.
You didn't have homework. You can take it back and forth.
Well, we didn't take boxes
take a
of
lunch
Kleenex.
box?
No, because we came home
boxes
for lunch
of
every single
Kleenex.
day.
Yes, the community for the... Yes, who else had to get boxes of Kleenex?
Do you remember though, it always said when you were a kid, no trapper keepers, and it used to make me so mad because I didn't know what a trapper keeper was.
Yeah, it was like the big binder with all of the
It had
things in
like
it.
D-shaped weird shaped trapper keeper. Do you remember that? And
I
they would
do.
and the teachers would get really mad about that. I made a list. Do you remember the DARE program? You always got like initiated into that. DARE. Do you
I won the
remember
bear.
what it stood for? You won the bear.
I won nothing. Oh my gosh, do I remember what DARE stands for? Guys, help me out.
Let's see if we can remember without no cheating. Do not look that up. I want to know if anybody can put that in there. We're doing a fun little contest.
Devil hand sanitizer. Allison, I don't know what kind of school you went to, but you might need help for that.
Do you remember?
Drugs, alcohol.
Oh, do you remember Dick, Jane, Sally, Spot, Puff, and Tim?
Well, like Dick and Jane was a book. Yeah, like the books, the little
Okay,
beginning reading books.
I think you were probably on the way out when that was happening, right? Like you were too old or too young for that. But does anybody know out of who Spot, Puff, and Tim were. Again, you cannot look this up. You have to do this from your memory.
Spot, Puff, and Tim. What if I named my kid Puff? Puffy Bonnets.
Spot, Puff, and Tim. Think about it. Spot and Puff. Do you think they're children's names?
No, they're dogs.
And?
A cat. A puff. A gerbil.
Again, you got it. Spot and Puff. What was Tim?
A boy.
Nope.
Oh, a gerbil.
Nope. Anyway,
A fish.
One of the biggest thrills I had for going back to school is I was always so excited to clean the erasers. Didn't you get to do that?
What do you mean?
Do you know what I mean?
No.
She doesn't know.
Like
what
for a
cleaning
dry erase
erasers
board?
mean. No. A chalkboard. Did anybody have a chalkboard in school and the erasers and they were like fuzzy wool things?
Well, yeah.
And it was always a thrill to get selected, to get to go hold them in this scary machine that made a loud sound and it would, and if you didn't hold it right, it would go flying.
There was a machine.
Yes, but there
Would
was
you
always,
just go outside and clap them together?
no, and there was always a scary janitor in that room and that's why I didn't want to do it, but I did see, Allison knows about chalkboards.
Laura says Tim is a bird.
No.
No. Okay.
Not a bird.
Not a
I had to
bird.
think about it. No. It was like, who's Tim? I already forgot.
Tim who?
Tim, what
Spot
are we
and
doing?
Puff.
Okay, do you remember?
The machine was the best part.
Oh, who said that?
Allison says you just clap them together. She's with me.
No. We used a machine. Do you remember what disclosing
I
tablets
could have
were?
clapped them better than the machine. I just want you to know. If it was Amy versus the machine, I would clean them better. Ask Gary how we cleaned our stairs the other day.
Okay, what about disclosing tablets?
Don't know what that means.
You don't know.
That sounds like the things you soak your retainer in.
Oh,
Tablets.
close. It has to do. So in the fall, when we went back to school, apparently we were not practicing good hygiene, and they would have these pink-colored tablets in little cellophane packs, and you would put it in your mouth, and they tasted hideous, and you would have to chew them, and it would show where you were not brushing well, and it like irradiated your mouth, and then the teacher would come around and look in your mouth, and say this one is a bad brusher, and then you would be ashamed. Do you remember that?
I never had to do that.
Did anybody have to do those little pink disclosing tablets?
Oh my gosh.
Did you have, when you had like special food days, did you have little vanilla ice cream cups with wooden spoons that felt really weird?
Yeah, those ones with the chocolate swirl on it. I never really
Ugh.
loved that.
No, that was kind of gnarly.
Yeah, not so much.
Okay, this is what really caused all this.
Laura hated the disclosing tablets.
Oh, see.
Okay, all right, I see.
But the last thing is, I was at the copy shop recently picking up a job for us, and there was a man in there talking about the ditto machine. And I said, a ditto machine. I haven't thought about that in a long... Nancy had to chew those red tablets. Have you ever heard of a ditto machine?
No, ditto just means like, I said
like
that.
Okay, so there was actually the Ditto Corporation in Illinois, and they made a machine in 1923 that you made copies on, and you would like crank the arm. So when we were little, if you were a good student, you got to go do that, and it would make that sound.
Crank it?
Can't you just hear it? If you're my age, can't you hear this handle cranking up?
I cannot hear it.
The copies it made smelled a certain way, and everyone would be like,
Okay, well that's...
so, does anybody remember this? Nancy used a ditto machine.
Okay.
Anybody else?
Not me.
And I always thought that a ditto machine meant that it was copy, and that's why we say ditto.
Oh, maybe that's why we say it.
But it's the name of the corporation. Actually, they called it a spirit duplicating machine.
And
Anyway.
copy machine is...
We've come a long way. We don't have film strips that beep anymore. You didn't have those.
Yeah, it sounds like I was mostly spared.
Headphones.
I know headphones. You think about what we... Yeah. No, it's very different.
Back to school. You need a little back to music.
All right, play your
sounds.
music. I don't know what. Oh, we went so long about ditto machines it logged her out. Give it a second.
Okay, so there's this one that makes me think of the end of summer. I don't know why. Summer dreams, ripped at the seas,
Yeah? Are you going to sing the whole thing? Are you going to hit that really hideous
This one,
note?
right here. Okay, so I did that one. Do you remember?
Yeah.
It's a little bit of a tribute to Olivia Newton-John, who passed this week. from breast cancer.
I did not
So
know
that's
that.
super sad. So that was also, Bob said I had to play this song because it was a tribute
Okay.
to her.
Mimeograph machine.
That was another word for it. Who said that? They're right.
Nancy.
Nancy's on it. Okay, now here's the other one though.
The album cover.
Remember
This was like the end of your
Donna's
summer.
Summer.
Okay, ours is like that one that's like the summer nights, the new version of summer nights. Did you play that one?
No, what's the new version?
Oh, I don't know. I'll find it.
Okay. Oh, Amy is actually.
No.
Luke, what? Tell me what it is.
I bet
Oh.
I'm probably wrong.
Is it
Yeah.
The one that sings about his niece's eyes.
All right, we'll have to see if we can figure it out. Do you have any others?
This is it. Yeah. You don't like that picture of Donna's Summer?
I don't really love it.
Okay, so yeah, what are your back to school songs? You don't have? Do you have one from your childhood?
No, you just always used to teach me school's out for summer, school's out forever, and smoking in the boys' room. You always made me had us singing. So I feel like our school songs might have looked a little different from the norm.
Perhaps.
Yeah, so, all right, well, I'm the mama,
And I'm the Mimi.
and this is Mama and Mimi in the evening, and we come to you once a month, and we are
Talking about
odd, kind of odd, and she brings that, and I'm always like, can we add some value, like somewhere along the way, so she brings the joy, and I bring the like, okay, let's give you something helpful for your life and your
Sorry.
current situation.
I see you brought some things. I'm not even paying attention.
That was here for my class last night.
Oh, okay.
So we do giveaways, and we're doing it different this time.
We are. We just want to know who can have the best comment on either one of our accounts.
The best comment.
Yeah, we need a good hashtag.
I want, who can guess, what does DARE stand for?
Oh yeah. You ready?
Drug alcohol.
Drug abuse resistance education. Don't you think they could have thought of a different?
I think it could have been done better.
Drug abuse resistance.
I mean, I hate to
education.
say that. That sounds very negative. We try not to be negative on Mama and Mimi, but I think that could have been done better.
How about hashtag dare?
Hashtag DARE. Okay. If you're catching the replay, but really a good comment is going to kick you right up in the giveaway running.
Yeah, so I have a really, really neat little magnet for either in your locker, your children's locker, your locker if you have one, on your refrigerator that will hold an immunity blend, a focus blend, and a hand sanitizer. It is a bomb giveaway.
It is really nice. My mom hit it out of the park with this one. It's very back to schoolified.
Yeah.
But yeah, it can be used for anything.
So rock our socks off with a fun comment on what you were
Or like-
listening to, what you remember from your school days, what was on your school
Favorite
list.
school supply list. Your
Yeah.
favorite backpack you ever bought?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Always a
Yes.
JanSport.
It's true.
Wasn't it true?
I think we still have
Now,
some.
like girls are like walking around with like Eddie Bauer and Land's End with their names on them, right?
Okay.
Like you've got, and they've got matching lunch boxes and matching water bottles
and headphones. They do have
headphones, and all the things. Well, all right. Here's the truth. Back to school. This is a season that we're all in together. I don't care your age or season of life. We are
Don't
in
you
it
feel
together.
it? You feel it back to
Right.
school, even when you're 61.
Right,
I
you're
feel it.
feeling it. It's just where things are, and I'm reading some funny. Okay, it's just where things are, and so like we're all thinking that germ load on some level is increasing. The amount of time that you're maybe inside versus outside is increasing. We're thinking about like just similar themes and topics: respiratory support, focus. People are thinking about you have to like put your nose to the grindstone and get things done again.
Yeah,
I don't know. After school stuff, just a lot. Schedules are shifting. Here we go. So what are the kinds of things are like there? What are you reaching for as the seasons start to change? Like what do you add in? What shifts? What do you find helpful?
I'm really thinking about unique ways to boost our immunity as we head into this.
Yeah.
That's kind of the onslaught. Even though I'm not going to school, I'm going to church, I'm working in the nursery, Bob's in Sunday school with kids, we're exposed to all those things.
Taco Tuesday,
Oh, Taco
the library,
Tuesday, yeah.
sporting events.
Everywhere. So yeah, we're thinking about switching it up sometimes. We think of On Guard when we think of boosting immunity, but what about DDR Prime? What about Zendecrine? What about all the other oils? What about just straight up oregano or thyme? lots
Yeah.
of things.
Yeah, having those oils, being really familiar with what your immune boosters are. You probably have more of them on hand than you think.
Yeah, lemon is a
Yeah.
great immune booster.
Tea tree. There's just a lot of versatility behind your oils, and so knowing what to reach for, even if you're like on the fly, right? It gets busier, and you just need to grab something and go.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm making sure that our girls' routines feel like settled. It's easy to let off of that in summer, but I think that I'm pulling up another song.
Yep.
It's easy to let go of that in the summer, but here comes fall, and like we're setting alarms again, and we're getting up at a certain time again. I'm making sure that we have our PB Assist Junior probiotics on stock, our A to Z chewables, omegas, On Guard beadlets. They both swallow one of those or two to offer support. Rollers made and all over, that kind of stuff. Wade has a little thing for her locker. What kinds of things are you using are like you changing what you're using, like cooking or in your water or in your breakfast, like, oil wise?
So you're talking about food, right?
Sure.
I'd like to switch up what I'm putting in my water. Red mandarin is the oil. That's
Yeah,
not
red
gonna be
mandarin.
put
We're
in
having
your
so much
oil.
fun. Those
Put
are
in your
great.
water. Put in
Yes.
your water. Yeah, I like a lemon. A lot of lemon for me
Mhm.
at this time of year.
I'm like enjoying vanilla Madagascar in a warm beverage in these 30 to 40 degree mornings.
Or Madagascar vanilla.
Did I say Madagascar?
Vanilla Madagascar. Depends on how you file it. See, she's lost it. She's gone. She left. Bye, Amy.
Okay. So, Madagascar
Cinnamon in your
vanilla.
oatmeal. A drop of cinnamon oil
Yeah,
in your
or On Guard.
oatmeal. In your smoothie.
If fall scents are really important to you, I would encourage you to paying attention to Harvest Spice. It's still available. It's the Gathering blend, and it's like the perfect scent for this time of year. To just keep in your diffuser, keep things feeling cozy, keep immune systems supported that way. Lime and spearmint is what Sherry's doing in her water. I do love lime and spearmint and what I learned in spearmint.
I've been really big on fennel and lemon lately.
Yuka, FaceTime video.
That is my father. My father's
Okay.
FaceTiming me.
We're back. I was like, it's
fennel
time change.
and lemon is something that I really like for having a clear mind, kind of clearing that fog, which takes us to attention span.
Yeah, attention. Great ones to reach for. Even just peppermint. A peppermint beadlet or a swipe of peppermint to really increase oxygen flow, get your brain back in the zone is a great one. There are blends and rollers made specifically for that kind of an issue. So In Tune is going to be really great.
And the Kids Thinker blend. And so I met with a teacher today, and she's very excited to, I'm going to send her 2 little rollers, just some sample bottles of the In Tune Focus blend and the Thinker blend. And she's going to put them on herself so that when she's with the children, she's like a human diffuser.
Do you know what I think is an unsung hero for attention stuff? Adaptive. I think adaptive is really significant when it comes to focus and attention, especially the capsules. If you or somebody you love is anxious and nervous about back to school, hitting a transition point and feeling unsure about that, adaptive capsules are so easy. Take one in the morning. There are, again, I feel like I say this a lot, but moms who cut them in half and freeze them so they're a little bit smaller for swallowing, or even cut them in half and squeeze it onto a spoon and mix it in for younger ones.
Yeah, I think back to school tears and fears are a real thing. So we should be, if you have somebody that's got that situation, reach out to one of us and tell us your specific situation. Maybe put it in the comments and we can make a recommendation and a suggestion based on what we know that you might be going through with your child. Maybe the tears and the fears are yours as the adult and not on the part of the child.
The Brave roller is a really great roller from the kids line that kid can apply over their heart and reapply when they're feeling unsure to help them with that aspect. And I'd say a more whole family oil to be using and diffusing would be rosemary. It's the oil of transition, and there are a lot of transitions coming up here in so many ways.
And cedarwood is really good for a busy mind, and it's also the oil of community, as I recall.
I
How's
think
that?
that's marjoram.
Really?
We'll check. Excuse us.
Yeah,
Excuse me.
she's gonna go grab the book. She's gone again. I don't know. One of them is the oil of community.
We'll see who's going to be right, Melissa or Amy. You're right, the oil of community. Ding, 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 ding,
And
ding.
the old lady pulls through.
Those in need of cedarwood struggle to form bonds within social groups. So yeah, that's interesting.
I love cedarwood. It smells like what I would say the smell of rain on a spring day. It's very earthy smelling, and I would suggest putting it on the bottoms of feet. Maybe a kid doesn't want to smell like rain going into school, but putting it on the bottoms of feet and then putting on shoes and socks or sandals would be a great choice for that oil, and it really, really helps with a busy brain.
Totally. Cedarwood inspires the feeling of belonging. That's a good one.
That's a good one.
That is a great one.
Back to school.
Back to school, gotta love that. Added bonus for yourself, it's really gonna help decrease adrenaline levels in your bloodstream, right? So like stress and cortisol and everything that's going on. If you're feeling stressed about what's coming up, that's a great one. I just even applying to your wrists and smelling.
I just have to go back to the adaptive blend for a minute. For myself, I noticed when I don't take it, I try to take one each day. And the hours before I take it and the hours after I take it are so different.
Are really different.
I just really, really believe in that blend.
Stress and mental and emotional wellness is like a huge health goal for so many people right now. And how amazing to have something safe, non-habit forming, and super effective that you can take. And so many ages can take.
Yeah.
Because again, everyone is very affected by this transition and what's coming up.
Can we talk about sleep?
Yeah, you better be getting good sleep, I'll tell you that.
This is a hard thing because kids especially have been staying up later. Sleep. We were just talking about a teen that likes to sleep till 1 o'clock, right? And so
1 p.m.
1 p.m. So it's going to be a huge transition to be at school by 8 o'clock. So working that dial back a little bit, adjusting and getting ready for that, and then making sure you have a diffuser going with oils that are helpful for calming a busy brain, for kind of signaling this is the end of the day, this is time for rest.
Yep, diffusers in bedrooms, room sprays if you need to do that while you're waiting to get a second diffuser for, in different areas of your home is going to be really significant. Spending time with your kid if they will receive physical touch while you apply an oil to their feet or to their back and touching base with them. So make sure that you have a little bit, even if it's just lavender or frankincense, just connecting with them that way. And I've had a lot of moms ask me about like the busy morning, like it gets tense and it gets frenetic and it gets complicated. And so we're all getting things in place to help with that. But truthfully, a diffuser going or a roller that everyone puts on, for us, it's very much a focus roller for Whitney to help her stay focused on what needs to be done to move along. That's a time that we really use a focus oil. So make sure that you feel like prepared so you're not swept out, like your feet aren't swept out from underneath you by the rush to get out the door in the morning.
Yeah, and I just want to talk, the old standby is balanced grounding blend. You cannot, the ability to put a little bit on your hand and just swipe it under someone's nose or your own nose when things are feeling like out of control. It's a great oil. She's yawning. We're talking about sleep. It's a great way to begin your day for anybody. Maybe someone's out of sorts while they're eating their breakfast. You can put a little balance on your hand, a few drops, and just gently rub it up and down their spine. Just reach your hand under their shirt and rub their spine. It's a very loving and affirming way to touch somebody, of course, with their permission. But to just say, hey, is it okay if I put this on your back and do that? There's just not something like that. And
I would really encourage you, if you're home when your kids come home from school, have the diffuser already going so they are greeted with the mood and the aroma. It's like the tone has been set. They're like coming back to an oasis after a lot has been going on.
Yes, absolutely.
And if your kids are at school at home, you can do all of those things all day long for them, and you can reapply and support them freely throughout the day, which gives you great access to supporting them and not just being like, here's your roller, I hope you remember to put it on.
Yeah, and I just also want to encourage you don't need a lot, right?
Yeah.
So you don't want to be the lady or man that sends your kid to school smelling like an essential oil factory. A little bit goes a long way. So I still am a huge advocate when you're going into a closed room with a lot of people, bottoms of the feet, great way to apply those oils.
I roll my kids all over.
People know what the Bauman's kids smell like, coming and going.
We do. Yep, people know. That is what it is. So those are some of our back to school tips. I hope that's helpful to you. I hope that adds value as you transition into this next season. And if you have questions about what we shared about, I'm doing one more back to school class tomorrow at noon. If you want to hop on with us.
Central Standard Time.
Noon Central Standard Time. Learn with us on Zoom and engage in that conversation a little bit further. We will be on there and you're welcome to join us. Anything else coming up that you're looking forward to? If you are local, back to school drop-in. Drop your kids off, meet us at Deja Brew, discounted beverages,
And a free roller.
and a free roller. So we're looking forward to that. That will be very fun.
And if you're not local, come find us. What's the date of that? The September 1st.
September
Thursday
1st.
morning, yeah. That'll be at about like 8:15 at the coffee shop.
Jordan, there is a registration for tomorrow. I'll send you the link.
And then we have, if you're local, we have 3 more summer nights.
Yes.
And so tomorrow night we're doing air plans. For those of you who don't know, you need to come and learn about air plans. We're going to have some to give away.
Fun.
That's going to be really fun. So tomorrow night, doors open at 4:30. Get a beverage at either Fika or Deja Brew. Bring it into our space. It's casual, it's fun, laid back, and you'll learn a lot. And you'll walk away with something that you didn't know before.
For sure.
And then next week we have Evergood Farm coming to teach us about gardening into the fall, especially in the Northwoods, how to keep, now that our gardens are just kind of like peaking,
And it's so cold.
and it's getting cold at night, but how to keep that garden going. And she's actually going to make us a salad. So watch for her a week from tomorrow night. And we are wrapping it up with a relationship coach the last Thursday night in August. So you do not want to miss these.
You do not want to miss these. You don't want to miss any of it. All right. We'll see you next month for sure at one of those events along the way. Oh, Melissa's singing us out.
Yeah,
We don't even play the music. You're just going to sing it for
I
us.
should sing it, right? Oh, don't hang up yet.
You have a low battery.
Oh, look at it. Oh, sorry, just a
It's
second.
an ad. It's going
here
to
we
be
go.
worth it. You
Here we
don't
go.
want to miss this. Isn't it the same one?
Yeah, we're gonna all sing it together. Last dance, come on.
This is going to be. Last.
I can't even sit still when I think of this.
She loves it. Last dance and off to bed for us. She's going to be here singing all night long if you want to come see her.
Last
Bye, everyone.